There's a subtle change in the prairie wind, a big storm brewing on the plains again. Where the Kansas farmer wants to till the ground. Hey, listen, everybody, can you feel the sound? Fields of thunder rumble with the roar of big machines. Fields of thunder, you can almost taste the smell of gasoline. When the cars fly by the finish line and the rush pulls you under, you'll see the light and you'll know why they're called Fields of Thunder. Born in the great Daytona sand, it rises up from the great hard land. Purple and gold in the Kansas sun, everybody come see the big dogs run. In fields of thunder, rumble with the roar of big machines. Fields of thunder, you can almost taste the smell of gasoline. When the cars fly by the finish line and the rush pulls you under, you'll see the light and you'll know why they're called Fields of Thunder. Like a big tornado just touched down, 43 cars cut a path around. Fields of thunder rumble with the roar of big machines. Fields of thunder, you can almost taste the smell of gasoline. When the cars fly by the finish line and the rush pulls you under, you'll see the light and you'll know why they're called Fields of Thunder. Fields of thunder.
Well, welcome in everybody to Kansas Speedway for, well, what is race one of the top 10. And what a night it's going to be. Joining me in the comms box, as per usual, your ENSCAR commentators, Michael Kemp, along with Josh Henderson. Lads, we are in for one hell of a race tonight. 115 laps around Kansas, and only one person gets to lock themselves in, and you better hope that the person winning is someone involved in that chase, because we are at the business end and it's going to be elbows out tonight. Lads, how are we tonight?
Yeah, pretty good,
mate.
Well, it's good to hear your voices on this Wednesday night. And I tell you, lads, you get the job done tonight if you're one of those top 10 contenders, and your life becomes a whole lot easier. Next week you can relax. Of course, only 2 opportunities to lock yourself in out of these top 10 drivers. And I tell you what, while we're talking about the top 10, we will get them up on your screens as practice comes to an end and drivers will look to go qualifying. I will get them on your screens right now. Of course, last week we eliminated 5 drivers. And, well, we thought that Wayne Van Biljon was right on the cusp of being eliminated, but I tell you what, he came home 9th, locked himself in, and we said goodbye to Gilbert, Galashan, Green, Sontag, and of course Luke Dilworth, who was unfortunately away overseas and missed pretty much every round of that top 15. So we said goodbye to those drivers, and now we go top 10 for 2 weeks. Then we begin that round of 5, course 1 race, the big final. That'll seal the deal for the championship. Of course, the other championship going on at the moment, that plate championship, and Carl Nedler, of course, used to be up in the comms box, and he has absolutely deserted us this season. But he's leading the way in that plate championship on 604 with Craig Corbett riding behind. And I tell you what, it is fairly close than that, by far done and dusted. So I guess that is the good thing about ENSCAR racing. If you don't make that big championship, you've still got a plate to race for. Keeps everyone interested, and that's why tonight, lining up, I believe, 26 cars, boys. What a field.
That's pretty good numbers for ENSCAR at Kansas. Kansas at a pretty tricky track as of late. Some really good finishes here in real life as well. Of course, the closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history happened on Monday, and the past 2 years have had dramatic finishes for the win. So actually all three of them really involving Kyle Larson, which I find quite interesting. But yes, Kansas has been a very, very, very good track, and it's going to be exciting to see what the ENSCAR boys are able to put up tonight.
I'll tell you what, looks like SDK is playing games early, but I can tell you, Dan Hedderscheid currently sits on top of the timing charts and qualifying. Willie McLean comes home P4. Liam Wire qualifying at the moment sits P3 with a brilliant lap there. We'll try and sort SDK out in the meantime. Stand by, folks, as the field go about the all-important qualifying session.
Stand by, I'm going to fucking sit, okay?
Well, you can sit if you want, mate. There's no.
I'm borderline fucking pensioner, alright? I need to...
I'll tell you what, we'll just change, try and sort this out. I don't know why it is, but every time at the start of a stream, SDK, it just wants to play games on us. We'll try and sort it out before racing gets underway, as we see Simon Hedderscheid pull to a stop out on this Kansas circuit. Hopefully now we should get something going.
That's what we'd hope.
Yeah, it's going to make a liar of me, isn't it? We'll try and get someone on track. In the meantime, looks like everyone's just about done out there. Matt Pluck at the moment looks like he is trying to bank a lap. Currently hasn't set one yet, so we'll keep an eye on this. It's normality restored, if we can call it that. A minute 13 to go. Try and bring up some results for everyone so far.
Unbelievable.
It's not going to tell you. It's an absolute scam. I can tell you it is Dan Hedderscheid on top. Matt Pluck, first time by, goes P13. Bryce Harding just sits in P4. We've got Carl Nedler, Doherty and Anthony Green yet to set a lap. And Matt Pluck goes up into P7. So time is still...
You'd have to say, Brad.
What do we have to say?
Nedler, yeah, well, for Carl Nedler, you'd say it's just that missing that one round is really kind of heartbreak for him with the amount of pace he's had lately. He's probably would have been in this round of 10, could have had a chance to advance to the round of 5, and yeah, it's that one round that he missed dropped him below the cut line on points.
Yeah, of course, leads the plate championship at the moment. But I can tell you, it looks like almost everyone will keep an eye on Doherty, see what sort of time he can do. Looks like he's just cruising around at the moment as things now look like they've kicked into life. You can see there Hedderscheid, top of the timing charts. Oh, everything's going haywire. And I tell you what, Paul Stewart, qualifying of the season up in P2. Liam Wire is going to start out of 3. Harding out of 4, of course, one of those championship contenders, along with teammates Corey Crossan and Willie McLean. They're there as well. Let's try and pick the cars up as they get ready in pit lane. Hopefully SDK's going to play the game now, lads. We'll soon find out. 115 laps
fucking
ahead of
dreaming,
us. Well, I tell you what, it took a while to sort it out the other night, didn't it?
Just ban that shit.
At KSR. It was a mission to start with, but we got there. I'll tell you what,
Fucking carry on.
there is your grid in front of you. I don't know if you're going to see that very well if you're watching on Twitch. It's probably needs to be made a bit bigger.
What's that turd at the front of them?
Who's that?
Look at that piece of shit at the front of the field.
Oh, that Mustang.
Fucking hell. That cunt should be on someone's plate with tomato sauce on it. Little mobile snags.
Oh, there you go. I tell you what, who's in trouble at the moment? Wayne Van Biljon, all the way back in P17.
What happened to him?
He is going to be a lot of pressure on him. Ben Doherty, we saw him just trawling around that pole line. Obviously, he's opting to start towards the rear of the field. I'll tell you what, Mr. Hunter, if you are watching, can we get that grid blowing up maybe for next week? Made a bit bigger.
You have to contact Raj if you want something blowing up.
Fair call. You're not wrong. There we go, folks. 26 cars to face the starter in our round of 10, race number 1.
What's just happened to Corey Crossan there, or Bryce Harding, one or the other? He's just completely spun it up on the pace lap.
No, you're dreaming, mate.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw someone just completely lose it out of pit lane.
Get off the pipe, Paul.
You're dreaming there, mate.
Oh, gosh.
Absolutely dreaming. Tell
You're
you
on
what.
the pipe, hunting horse.
You know, better to be dreaming up these things than missing them, so...
Well, it's a valid point.
Luke Hunter has messaged me saying Liam Wire stole his number. It looks like it's running the 71 to me, Luke, so... Mate, you're dreaming.
No, what he probably means is he's got the same number on... Liam's probably got the same number on his car.
Yeah.
Look at that, number 71.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get racing, boys.
Mr. Hunter.
Yeah.
24, that's on. We're underway here in Kansas. Hendershine.
Someone's already broken the wall.
Oh, you gotta love it. Get amongst that wall, folks.
Send it off the edge, you pussies.
Yeah, so there's obviously some sort of mix-up in iRacing, but anyway, we'll keep going. Hendershine leading early here in Kansas, got the jump, got in front, but I tell you what, teammates all lining up behind him. A formidable side there. Liam Wire, Corey Crossan, Bryce Harding, and Willie McClune all looking to go to work. And what's your facts about this track there, Josh? You're a bit quiet, mate. Tell us, spit some facts about Kansas.
Kansas, it's of course one of our intermediate tracks, 1.5 miles. This track, of course, multi-grooved, so again, kind of similar to what we saw at Texas's, where that kind of high line started to work towards the end of the race. This is kind of a little bit more rubbered in already, so that high line will start to work a little bit earlier, and as you can see, a lot of drivers starting to run that high line at the moment, and that it will get progressively quicker throughout the day as they rubber that in. That's just one thing to kind of keep an eye on, as those drivers will slide their way up the track, especially ones on the bottom. The bottom is still the fastest way around this track, just until that rubber lays itself down securely on that top. You don't want to be relying on the top for too long, because you very possibly could lose a bit of traction there and end up going around if you're just relying on the top for these first couple of laps. You can see someone riding the wall there still again. Oh, that was car 18 there. That was Don Gilbert. So it's a very punishing track if you get it wrong, but a very rewarding track if you get it right.
Talking about getting it right so far, early stages, Ben Doherty already moved up 8 spots, and we're only 6 laps into this, well, 5 laps into this race. And well,
This race will go pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is the start Doherty was looking for. Of course, one of the championship chase contenders, the guys with those yellow banners, are the ones.
Yellow.
The yellow, you reckon?
Yeah, fucking yellow banner. Yellow.
I tell you what, I was asked the question earlier today, Kempe, regarding how many yellows we were thinking, and I did come up with only about 2 or 3 yellows in this race, so we'll see what happens. I feel we could get fairly elbows out in that mid-pack between those championship chase races.
That'd be hella, eh?
Yeah, but Hederscheid so far making the best of his fortune tonight, 6 laps in, creating a bit of a buffer. Back to Liam Wire.
Well, you have to think, Brad, that this track is really the key to the round of 5, because Darlington is next up. That's next week, and the tagline of that track is the track that's too tough to tame. So that is going to be a very, very punishing track for some of these drivers, and they're going to want to perform pretty damn well here tonight to solidify their position in the round of 5.
And I'll tell you what, this guy on your screen right now, Paul Stewart, he has been the silent achiever so far this season. Been right amongst the action, and we head into this top 10 round, and he is there again tonight up inside that top 5. And so far, having a good run of things. Can he get himself in the situation to progress through to that top 5? Of course, we saw earlier those points and bonus points carrying over to this round, obviously from round wins, etc. And
fucking time.
Hederscheid so far is leading coming into tonight, but you do want to get it done tonight. It takes the pressure off from next week, knowing that you're already in that top 5 race, which we'll see in a couple of weeks' time. And that, no doubt, win at every cost. As we see here, Liam Wire now putting a bit of pressure on Hederscheid.
Hederscheid slid up the track there. He made a little mistake through 3 and 4, and that just kind of wiggled the car a little bit, and he slid up the track. So Dan Hederscheid maybe feeling the pressure a little bit early on here. He's really been our master of these intermediates.
He's got the wiggles.
Well, LMFAO, wiggle, 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 yeah.
But I tell you what, Hederscheid, he could be just keeping those tyres under control. Try not to wear them out. We are 10 laps in, no caution yet, so tyre wear could come into it, fuel as well. So tell you what is the biggest scam tonight, the track map has departed us. But nonetheless, we will keep racing. Hederscheid so far out in front. It's Liam Wire, plenty of pressure on the back of him. So he looks to move into the lead of the race.
Yeah, Liam Wire, of course, the main protagonist of the last lap big wreck at Talladega. He's back here again at Kansas, looking to win his way into a couple of spots up the normal standings. Of course, no plate or other, playoff championships for him. He's just here to have some fun.
Yeah, because the plate drivers were required to do a minimum amount of races to contend for that, so that's why Liam Wire is not part of that. It's leading into this. He only did Daytona and Dega, I believe, so only a few races in this season for Liam as we ride on board with him here. Ben Hart, I said it again, boys, what is going on? Bryce Harding in behind. Yeah, you're not wrong. Apologies.
Unbelievable.
Jack Daniels has been for you, mate.
It is the real Bryce Harding in P3, and he is one of those championship contenders. Will be trying to lock himself in. It's what a sign.
I'll tell you what I
is.
find interesting.
There you go,
What I find
Josh.
interesting with Dan Hederscheid here is the fact he's been so good this season. He's won at 3 real different types of tracks. He won at Daytona. Obviously, it was very much a wild card win, but still put himself in the position to be able to win it. Then went on to win Las Vegas, which is a 1.5 mile intermediate oval like this. And then he went on to win at Phoenix, which is a very, very, completely different track to what this is. So Hedderscheid's won on 3 different tracks this season, and now he's looking at a bit of pressure for the race lead. Generally, when we see Danny Hedderscheid in the lead of these races, the pressure doesn't usually come. So it's interesting to see Liam Wire able to really put the pressure on Hedderscheid this early on to the race.
I'll tell you what, how good is this so far from Doherty as we see him on your screen? Part of that Beige Brigade, course up 17 spots since the start of this race. Currently sits P8. Oh, a bit of a wiggle there from Brody Scott in behind.
It's a hell of a start.
Yeah, Doherty, a man on a mission tonight here at Kansas. So he looks to track down Willie McLean, who sits up in front of him, another championship contender. So we'll see plenty of those yellow banners around. Luke Dilworth right on the bumper of Paul Stewart at the moment. Looks to get in front of him. That pass done.
I'll tell you what, for Doherty, that is fantastic. He's, of course, our previous winner at last week at Dover. He's got a bit of momentum on his side, but that 13 positions is a remarkable recovery, and this is very close between Stewart and McLean there.
Well, that was almost contact there. He almost got side to side there and made contact. It was so close. But managed to avoid it. As Paul Stewart starts slipping back a little bit. We check out this race out front, Hedderscheid. Just stabilising that margin a little bit.
Did you see old mate died to death?
Who's that?
Ponson B. Pumba.
Oh, yeah, the old Killer B. Yeah, got shot up, mate.
Yeah,
no
that
deal.
was crazy as fuck. I had seen it this morning. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's all gone south there.
Ain't it just?
Be interesting to see what comes out of all that. Meantime, Hedderscheid 18 laps in. We are still green.
With him now.
Still green at Kansas, but there is plenty of pressure coming on him. Liam Wire sits right in behind. Yeah, Harding too. Our defending champion.
You reckon this is the place where Harding get his first win of the season, Brad? He is looking pretty strong.
Yeah, well, he will be on the hunt for that. Of course, he has had an extremely rough season so far. Looking to turn things around here at Kansas. And I guess, the way that this championship format plays out, there's only really one race that counts. And that's going to be that last race with the round of 5. But in the meantime,
and there's only going to be one lap that counts, mate.
Yeah, that's
last
it.
One.
And you've got to try and book yourself in that round of 5. So, yeah, although you might win tonight, it may mean nothing in 2 weeks. You come to the decider. So a lot to play out. But Hedderscheid so far looking comfortable out front. So we are 21 laps in the books.
If we base our predictions for the final race here, Brad, on Texas, which is a very similar track to what Charlotte is, we could be in for another close ENSCAR finish. That was, of course, at Texas we had a good finish between Matt Pluck and Carl Nedler, all right to the line. 0.000 said the SDK, and we actually got it to, I think, 0.0001 or something like that. And yeah, we could be looking at a pretty hectic final race at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, what a track to round things out at Charlotte. Should be an absolute ripper. Where do we head to next week, Josh? That last round of the top 10?
Darlington, mate. The track too tough to tame.
Yeah, there you go.
This boy's going to have to tame it.
Looking at this field so far, everyone's still on that lead lap. Doing a good job. Oh, a bit of contact there from Craig Corbett with the wall. Keeps it going. 57. Simon Burling Claridge on your screen at the moment, currently sitting in P17. These guys, they turn out some beautiful paint jobs. You can see in the background there, Jan Martin Hunter. Luke Hunter running a different number this week. Bit of a clash for some reason, but not actually on the cars. But
acceptable.
Yeah, there you have it. At least he's got an excuse, I guess. We see Dion Gregory trying to work his way forward in that TRD Toyota. Number 42 out of THD Sim Sports.
Hey, what? Some of these guys racing at ENSCAR are going to be pretty big dark horses for the VRA Xfinity Series. That's going to be coming up on Sunday night. So that's going to be interesting to watch some of these guys tackle it out with some of the dirt guys and the road guys. It's going to be pretty full on.
Yeah, of course, while you mentioned that, Josh, VRA Xfinity Series, only 3 spots left available for that. I know they have reached 57 out of 60 entries so far, and that kicks into life this Sunday night. Leave racing set to go around 8 o'clock.
I'll be well asleep by then.
No, you won't. You'll be in the comms box with me, Kempy. I haven't even seen your entry, mate. So
I'll be well and fucking sleep by then. I got racing Sunday.
Oh, what in, mate? The go-kart or?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is it just a bit of a club day or?
Club day, yeah. There's 6 in my class so far, so it should be good.
Oh, that's probably one of the bigger entries so far.
For a club day, yeah.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah. Should be wicked.
So we see header
If I don't
shine
qualify, mate, I'll jump up to Daytona.
stretching out. Yeah, Kempy's going to join me anyway. I'll convince him on Sunday. He's a good bastard. I know he is.
How long does it go for?
Oh, I think we've got about 80 laps or something, is it, at Daytona?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
so
about that.
you know how Daytona is. There's probably be a fairly small amount of yellers. I think we've got 40 cars will face the start, so qualifying to be done. That will eliminate a fair few of the field.
Start?
A bit around 8, I believe. So
Oh yeah, I'll
Yes.
get my qualifying out of the road early for Porsche then and fucking jump in.
yeah, I'll keep you updated anyway, Kempy. Of course, that roars into life this Sunday night. So if you're around, got nothing happening, make sure you tune in. That is the Xfinity Series at Virtual Racing Aotearoa. Massive numbers already signed up for it, so it should be a hell of a watch. And while we mention Xfinity Series, we can't go past Sim Motorsport New Zealand. Of course, the runners of this ENSCAR Championship, as we have 2 weeks left of this, we get into a 1-week break, and then the Xfinity Series begins here at ENSCAR. So get amongst that as well. Get your entries in. Wednesday night racing. Get on their Facebook page and get involved. Of course, if you want to be getting amongst the ENSCAR action next season, you want to make sure you are a part of that Xfinity Series, and that will do every part in helping you qualify for this racing happening at the moment. So we see Liam Wire
That's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, just falling back a couple of spots now. Bryce Harding moves into second.
If I had to guess, Brad, I reckon he's used up his stuff.
Yeah,
He's now just trying to save.
I tell you what, Headershide, he is continuing to move away from these guys. And of course, our first ever champion of ENSCAR looking to go for his second championship, which we haven't seen yet. We've only seen first time winners so far. So can we create a bit of history and get a 2-time winner this season?
Yeah, you see Liam Wire running the top there. It's not necessarily rubbered in as much as he'd like. He's still got the momentum off the corner to hold off Willie McLuhan's charge to the inside, but barely. Only barely. And by the time we get to about lap 100, that top line's going to be really, rubbered in, and he'll be able to run that line and hold off Willie McLuhan with no problems at all. We saw that in the closing laps at the real-life Kansas race between Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson, as well as Martin Truex Jr. running that high line as well. And it all depends on how well you can run it, how your car's handling, and how rubbered in that high line is.
Right, we get back to this battle. We keep an eye on some of these contenders now, starting to maybe look to move forward. Matt Pluck currently sits P7 with Alex. He got a win in that round of 15, which guaranteed a spot in this round of 10. Well, we have to eliminate some drivers next week, get into 5. So some drivers out there now starting to get a bit anxious. We could see some green flag stops tonight. How good would that be?
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Just to throw the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, as we see Doherty on that charge. He'll be looking forward to coming in for some fresh tyres, I would say. The charge that he has been on, up 16 spots to P9. Brodie Scott sits in front of him. And part 2 of that Beige Brigade, Matt Pluck. You can see him on your screen just then.
Surely he's going to come and have a chat to us tonight.
That's got to be a guaranteed, wouldn't you? If we get a yellow, we'll try and drag him in. I know Pluck will be currently live on Twitch. If you want to see a in-car footage, NZ Bull, I believe is his Twitch channel. Go head along and have a watch. Meantime, 36 laps in now, we see Wayne Van Biljon, one of your championship contenders. Currently sits back in P12. Luke Jaeger in behind. Dare say there can't be too many more yellow banners in behind this lot. It's Westbury. He is currently down pit lane. Looks like he's had a bit of a moment out there. Tell you what, so far, Dan Heddershide, he has led every single lap tonight, 37 in the books. Tell you what I didn't do was load those extra camera angles, so we got no apron view tonight. It happens. You boys have been awfully quiet tonight. What is going on? Has Kepi gone to get his work gear ready for tomorrow, or?
Yeah, I'm just paying close attention to this right now with Dan Hedderstein at the moment, because he is a good 3 seconds ahead of Luke Dilworth. Luke Dilworth has really been our short track master. He's won both Bristol and he won, I believe it was it wasn't Martinsville, it was McClune, with Richmond. So he won both Bristol and Richmond, and now he's running second at Kansas. So Dilworth is putting on a bit of a show at the moment.
Yeah, is he? What? He's up 12 spots since the start of the race, so...
Did you see you're touching yourself in the shower again?
Oh, well, shit, that's next level, Kempy.
Well, that's what I did. Someone said Denny Hamlin and he said he had a picture on the wall in the shower.
Oh boy, oh boy. As we have a new follower in the house, cheers for the follow.
Pookie beer.
Of course, while we get a moment, if you are tuning in and you want to keep an eye on what is happening in the streaming world as far as streams that we do go, check us out on Facebook, THD Sim Sport Productions. You can keep up to date with what is happening as far as streaming goes. As of next week, we go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And if Josh Henderson can get those sprint car numbers up to 20 on a Friday night, we'll go live for some sprint car action. Josh, while you've got the chance, plug it, son. Plug it.
Righto, well, the NZIC THD Sim Sport Sprint Car Super Dash still running, of course. We've got round 6, the Charlotte Clash. That's a round you definitely do not want to miss. Charlotte, of course, the first of our 3 paid track rounds in a row, which we've got Charlotte, then Volusia, and then we round off the season at Knoxville. Those 3 are all great tracks, and if you've got them, or you want to go racing with a bit of extra cash, then jump in, join us every Friday night, 8 PM. Otherwise, if you want to hold out, then you are welcome to jump in for the NASCAR NZIC Cup Series, which will be running the old Gen 6 car, running it back to 2017 with the good old Ford Fusion, Toyota Camry, and the Chevrolet SS. None of the next gen crap will be back into the good old Gen 6 era.
Good.
Yeah, it's 21 races in that series and a playoffs championship to fight for as well. So sign up for that while you can. Link, if you go through the THD Simsports Facebook page, you'll be able to find it somewhere in there. If you scroll down a fair way or just search up NZIC, it should come up and you can jump in, start racing with us, and we'll hopefully see you on the track.
Yeah, good stuff. So we got one of Corey Crossan, I gather, their Pokey Barrett. I assume you're talking about him. It's one of your championship contenders, currently sits P6.
Is it, Cozza?
Yeah, doing every chance he can to break for a PC. Oh, mate, I tell you, she's an expensive sport getting into iRacing.
Ain't it just?
Even more expensive commentating it because you've got to buy every single track that needs to be done. So, along with the cars. Meantime, bit of a wiggle there from Clark. He's had a brilliant race so far, sits P5.
Bit unusual for Matt to have mistakes like that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I tell
Well,
you.
other than yesterday.
Ben Doherty now up to P8, up 17 spots. Another big mover is Carl Nedler. He currently sits in P14. He's up 12 spots since the start of the race. It's good to
Qualified P26.
Good to have everyone tuning in on this Wednesday night. Of course, including tonight, we only have 3 races left in this championship. And it is shaping up to be an absolute cracker into the season. We normally get them here at ENSCAR, and we love a final race decider. Tonight, we are just trying to decide who's going to be in that top 5. Of course, Darlington next week, the second race of the round of 10. And mate, who would have picked it so far? 47 laps in, not a single caution.
You're gonna jinx that now, mate.
Oh yeah, that looked like, who was that? Simon Burling-Claridge, right up in the fence, gets all sorts out of shape. Some of these guys, their tyres are going to be hurting. We could see some pit stops coming up soon. This car's starting to get lapped now. Bryce Harding, he is still there or thereabouts, sitting P4 at the moment. And it's all about accumulating points at the moment. Put yourself in that position. So far, untouched out front, Dan Hedderscheid. That's 035, a familiar sight. He, I believe he claimed a hat-trick of wins throughout the regular season.
Yep, that's right.
Well, look
Daytona, Las Vegas, and Phoenix.
and tonight he is certainly looking to book himself in that top 5. It feels like it has been a while since we've actually talked to Dan in the comms box. We probably
The aliens.
We probably
That's
spoke
what it
to
is.
him last week, to be fair, but
He was racing up front in the SimDCar Championship as well. Put in some pretty good performances. I think he was top 10 a couple of times. I don't know if he finished top 10, but I know he did a pretty decent job. He was nowhere near where I was at the back of the pack, so that's always a good thing.
because yeah, we saw you out there causing a bit of carnage on last night, in fact, Josh.
Oh, that's not true. I didn't cause any carnage, mate.
Mate, we hear you're looking forward to Gateway course next week, though. Bit of
Yes,
bit of
can't wait.
oval action.
Well, the unfortunate thing for me is Matt's not putting up the sessions until Monday, so I've got very little practice time in the correct conditions.
Can't you just join the
Alright.
Can't you just join the league and practice on the track?
He hasn't got the session up though until so the conditions won't be the same until
Oh, okay.
Monday.
All right, fair. Cool.
So yeah, so it'll be a bit unfortunate, but we'll hammer down the laps on Monday night and we'll be right.
Yeah, fair. Cool. Get amongst it. We see Jamie Arnmart on screen. That Collins Automotive sponsored Ford. What are they? Mustangs? They must be Mustangs, yeah?
Yep, they're Mustang dark horses.
There you go. There's probably a reason they're back towards the rear of the field. It's Westbury out there. He is on fresh tyres, I tell you. Rounds up Yarnmart. And I tell you what, we've come to the bottom of the curse for Westbury as well. There, Josh. Last week, mate.
Yep.
He did not have a single moment, and you weren't in the comms box.
Oh.
So we've decided
Right, well,
it's got absolutely nothing to do with me and Kempy. It's more just a curse when you're in the comms box calling the race. So.
right. Well, let's see if that pans out tonight. If there's no incidents from Julian Westbury tonight, then we'll claim it as a victory for all of us.
Tell you what, I don't even know if Kempy's still in the house or if he's gone to get his work stuff ready. He's been fairly quiet, but we are approaching the halfway stage of this race already. Not a single yeller. And
No surprise there, keeping it clean.
I'll tell you what, Willie McClune now moves up to P2. So we're going to see...
Willie McClune has been
Keep going,
he's been a pretty good driver all season, Brad.
Yeah, we're going to see who's good with worn tyres. I tell you what, I'm going to call it. 5 laps time, we're going to see some of these leaders start coming down pit lane.
Yep, that'd be about right, mate. About 60 laps for a run is about where we should be. That will split the race halfway.
The only way we're going to see something else is that maybe Heddershide hopes for a yellow. One of these guys further down the field maybe come unstuck with their tyres wearing out. That was an almost moment there.
It was. That was very close with whoever is lapping there. Car 651, Pete Romitz, I think that is.
No, that's Marty Mitchell, I believe, in the 651.
They've changed numbers, have they?
No, Pete Romitz.
Yeah.
Where is...
that's right. Yeah, Marty Mitchell is 651. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Romitz in the 672.
Oh, he's got back by Heddershide. Look at that. So, lapped car gets lapped and then gets unlapped.
Yeah, I would say
so he's just got... Oh,
Willie McClune now in pit lane. So there we go. First of the leaders come down pit lane. We see him on your screen now. That's 61, one of the chase contenders. The first to flinch. And now Heddershide.
That's going to start a chain reaction.
Yeah, let's see what the race leader does. Does he come down?
Oh.
Stays out. Maybe even Bryce Harding. Harding coming down pit lane. Liam Wire stays out. Corey Crossan stays out as well. We've got Gregory, Hunter, McClune and Harding all on pit lane at the moment.
Yep.
So pit stops unfolding. A high chance of a yellow. We've seen it time and time again. Another car there. Hunter. Bryce Harding now down pit lane. When will Corey Crossan come in?
Tell you what, Brad. Tell you what, start of next season with ENSCAR, we could see a whole different story with some of these drivers running new bodies. Of course, we've had the change with the Mustang Dark Horse and the Toyota Camry XSE this year. Of course, Chevrolet will probably exit the sport at the end of next year or replace the Camaro with a new, end of this year, or replace the Camaro with a new car. As you see Paul Stewart pulling into pit lane, one of the Chevrolets himself, because obviously the Camaro stopped being produced at the end of this year, and that means that won't be advertised on the NASCAR scale anymore, and we'll be curious to see how that works within the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series and Supercars as well, what they do, whether they pull out of all 3 motorsports and replace them with another GM manufacturer, or whether they replace it with a different car. Well, it's all yet to be planned out. But by the end of this season and the start of the next season, we'll be by the start of 2025 season 1, you'll probably be seeing 3 different types of NASCAR body in the ENSCAR Championship. I believe that'll be the first time we've had 3 different ones in the championship.
So Luke Dilworth and Corey Crossan now down pit lane. I tell you what, stops coming thick and fast now. Let's see who can perform some form of undercut. Keep an eye on the likes of Bryce Harding, Willie McLean, who have already stopped. Luke Dilworth, Corey Crossan, Don Gilbert currently down pit lane. And no doubt Hedderscheid, he is going to try and hold out as long as he can. Can he get that yellow? Liam Wire now down pit lane. So, what do we got? 7 drivers.
Hey, what, Matt? What's closing?
Yeah, 7 drivers left now to make that pit stop. So we pick up the 51 of Matt Pluck. He's got the 422 of Luke Yeager underneath him, and you can see the difference between those fresh tyres.
Yep.
So the undercut, can it come into play? A lot of laps left to play, so the longer these guys stay out, they're going to have fresh tyres closer towards the finish. And that will definitely play into their hands. It's just how much time they lose in the meantime. Only 5 cars now left on the lead lap. So we go through that pit stop cycle.
Big time. Oh, here comes Hedderscheid.
So Hedderscheid now into pit lane. He's pulled the pin. That's going to leave just 3 cars left now to do their stops. We will keep an eye on Harding. He is just going to unlap themselves now on Hedderscheid. How long will this stop be for Hedderscheid? Comes now into pit lane. This is where we wish we could bring up 2 screens and show the progress of Harding. See, it looks like he's coming into 3 and 4 now. I believe Matt Pluck now in pit lane. So Harding and Willie McLean. Hedderscheid leaving pit lane. Here is Harding at full speed. Is he going to leapfrog him? Does indeed. Gets the pass done nice and easy. And well, Bryce Harding, he is effectively going to be your race leader. It's Anthony Green, I believe he has yet to stop. Oh, he must have stopped. No, I don't think he has. Never mind me. Look at Westbury here on fresh tyres. Loving it. Getting some passes done. Passes the race leader. That will probably put him just 1 lap down now. And Hedderscheid, I tell you, look at Ben Doherty, folks. He is up 20 spots to P5.
How good.
What a run so far. Carl Nedler now down pit lane. So that just leaves 1 car out there now. Anthony Green, he's going to look to come down pit lane now, and that is going to hand the lead over to Bryce Harding. From Willie McLean, Ben Doherty, he will be in 3rd spot. Hedderscheid on those fresh tyres. Goes round the outside of Doherty, gets the pass done. Janmart sits up in front of him. Well, Hedderscheid, a man on a mission now on those fresh tyres. Let's keep an eye on that gap, bring up the battle box. Harding now just 2.5 seconds in front of Hedderscheid. But that gap closing. Willie McLean sits in P2. Of course, Hedderscheid was leading coming into tonight. And from here, it's just a matter of maybe trying to hold these guys out. So who would have picked this? Not a single caution yet.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Kempy's still missing.
No surprise.
Kempy, are you even there? No, he's not. He's gone. He's probably getting his stuff ready for work tomorrow. It's Bryce Harding out in front, but Hedderscheid, he is closing that margin now. Just 1.3 between Heddershide and Willie McLoone. As we watch race leader Bryce Harding, defending ENSCAR champion, trying to lock himself in to that top 5.
He's doing a bloody good job at it at the moment.
Yeah, you can see Heddershide just in behind there. Let's keep an eye on that gap. That is closing lap by lap now, just 1 second between Heddershide and McLoone. Anthony Green.
I'd have to say that.
There you go, Josh.
You'd have to say with Heddershide and Harding, that could be a potential caution if those two get together, because I think it's going to be very evident that neither of them are going to give each other an inch.
I'll tell you what, just look at that gap closing between Heddershide and McLoone now. We are under a second, and every lap that counts that gap is just closing to the leader too. Look at that 1.4 now between Heddershide and Harding. Tyres, they will come into this one if we stay green till the end. And we all know from previous championships that Heddershide, he can make those tyres last. It's that gap now under half a second to Willie McLoone.
Would you believe it?
Kempy's back from the dead, folks.
A battery helps your headset when it goes.
Who would have thought?
I went for a slash, I come back, put my headset on, and I had nothing. I said, the fuck's going on? Fucking around with sound settings, this and that. Nothing's happening. Fuck, I was about to throw my toys out of the cot. And then, I flicked the volume switch up and down on it, and the fucking sender did nothing, and so fucking cunt's gone flat.
No deal. No
We're
deal.
good enough with the new battery in it, we're away.
I tell you what, Kempy.
I thought it would have lasted, but it ran out quick.
Last week, mate, we had a early finish. And I tell you what, we're on track for another one this week. 74 laps in the books. Bryce Harding.
Should be a 9:30 sort of jobby, probably.
Bryce Harding out in front. Willie McLeod. Look at that gap now. Dan Heddershide. He is on the tail of both of these guys. Heddershide. He is looking to go your first two-time champion here at ENSCAR. Of course, he took out the inaugural Summer Cup, followed by the inaugural ENSCAR Championship. Can he finally claim a second championship? Heddershide
The end.
looking to move up the inside of Willie McLoone. Couldn't get it done. Sits back in line. It's all.
This is going to be a bit of team play here.
Yeah, it's going to be all about tyres. I tell you, Heddershide, he is a master of saving them. Gets up the inside of McLoone. And maybe a pass here on race leader, but a side draft. Harding out in front. He cannot do anything. The fresher tyres are Heddershide. Got to move him into the lead here. 76 laps of 115.
Boy. Yeah, look at that. That high line's starting to rub itself in now. Harding had the run on the exit. He's fighting them hard. Look at this.
He's going to hold him up there too. Heddershide, I tell you, he knows what he's doing here. Prevents Harding from dropping right down. Heddershide battle for the lead with Bryce Harding. He is going to clear him this time by. Gets it done into the race lead. Keep an eye on this man, 21 positions forward. He started pretty much dead last. Now runs P4, Ben Doherty.
What a drive.
Has Craig Corbett in behind, and I believe Jamie Yarnman as well. We go back to Matt Clark, 5th in the race so far. And again, trying to advance through to that top 5 points now. Become your friend. If you cannot win, you need to finish as high as you can. Check out some of these other contenders. Corey Crossan at the moment sits P7. Brody Scott, Liam Wire in between him. We go back to Paul Stewart. Another contender. He was right amongst it at the start of this race. Now drop back to P10. And Wayne Van Biljon, he is up 5 spots, currently sitting P12. And he is on those the cusps of making the top 5. He needs a good finish tonight. Luke Yeager in behind him, currently sits 13th, another championship driver. From there, we try and believe that might be all of them. Looking back through the field, I think that is all the championship drivers. 10 of them fairly spread out. Another man that's having
They
a
got
good...
2 weeks to.
Sorry, another man having a good run at the moment, Jamie Yarnmart. He's up 7 spots to P17. Trying to make...
These playoff contenders have got 2 weeks to prove they deserve to be in the final 5.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that last race always elbows out. Josh, it's going to be a ripper at Charlotte. It's going to be...
Oh, for sure. Charlotte's been one of the best races with these cars, and IRL especially, but with iRacing, you know, anything's possible, so we're in for a cracker at the final race for sure.
Well, not wrong, it's here to shine. Now clearing out from Bryce Harding. And all bar catastrophe, I can tell you what, you can almost lock him into that top 5 header shide. He is going to be rather happy with his efforts tonight. He has led almost every single lap here at Kansas, all bar the pit stop cycle. So far, looking comfortable out in front. From Bryce Harding and Willie McLean, you can see those guys, teammates of course. They'll be looking to get each other home tonight. Corey Crossan, another one of this team, currently sits back in P7 and really well represented. I tell you what, one day I will find out the actual name of this team.
The Chinese chodes.
Shit, I tell you what, you don't say much, Kempy, but when you do, mate, you come up with rippers.
Fucking screamer, eh?
Yeah, you're not wrong. And while we get a moment, we'll talk about upcoming streams. Of course, this Sunday night, the VRA Xfinity Series. Join me and Mr. Kemp in the comms box for the opening round at Daytona. Then Monday night, we get back to that Porsche Series for Virtual Racing Aotearoa. And next week, I believe we take the streets of Detroit. So it doesn't get much easier for you, Kempy, to be fair.
No, you're not wrong.
And then Tuesday night, we head to Gateway for round 3 of the IndyCar SimDcar Championship. And so,
SimDcar.
yeah, so far the numbers in that have been absolutely outstanding. Looking at 37, 38 cars in that. And of course, while I get the moment, 26th of May, that being a Sunday, Kiwi Sim Racing are looking to run a full-length Indy 500 starting early Sunday afternoon. So if you are on the iRacing platform and want to run a bit of Indy cars around Indianapolis, get amongst it. Should be a hell of a race. Kiwi Sim Racing on Facebook. Get on their Discord, and then you will be able to get amongst the racing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be a back-to-back stream, to be fair. Yellow!
Oh, yeah.
Luke Dilworth.
Oh, no.
Luke Dilworth has bought out a yellow. So, as we thought we were plain sailing towards the finish, 87 laps in, we have a yellow. Luke Dilworth. And I tell you what do the leaders do? Header shide. This is going to be a huge call. Massive call. Does he come down pit lane? the guys in behind, if he stays out, Bryce Harding, I tell you what, I would be coming down pit lane, getting those fresh tyres on and throwing absolutely everything in it. This is going to be an interesting stage. We'll stay live for the meantime. We do have a replay of that Luke Dilworth incident. We will check it out. But for now, we will see what happens here with Hedderscheid. Is he going to stay out? Will he come down pit lane? No doubt all the drivers in the field have enough fuel to get home. It's all going to be about strategy. Hedderscheid, he's coming down pit lane. The rest of the field will have to follow him. There's no doubt about that. Corey Crossan, he comes down. Yes, so the whole field pouring down pit lane. 88 laps in it. Luke Yeager, he stays out. No, oh, he's made a huge mistake there. He didn't know what he wanted to do. I tell you what, he is the only driver to stay out so far, and that is going to be costly. Hedderscheid. Oh, Doherty! No, in fact, Matt Plack! What has gone wrong here for Hedderscheid?
Oh boy.
Has Plack only done 2 tyres? What has gone wrong there? Hedderscheid drops the spot back to P2. And now Matt Plack, he is going to be in control of this race. Does he have the speed to get him home? Has he only done 2 tyres? Strategy now. He's basically thrown this race wide open. How did he make up so many spots in pit lane? Surely he's only taken 2 tyres.
He must have.
He's managed to leapfrog most of those top 4 or 5 cars.
Put it down to aliens.
Well, we got plenty of aliens, mate. You want aliens? I'll tell you what, we can get aliens in the chat.
Yeah, I want aliens.
There you go, aliens in the chat. Matt Pluck now is your race leader as Luke Yeager. He finds himself on pit lane this time. 2 tyres. The Jacks will go under the other side. He takes all 4. Anthony Green also in pit lane. Carl Nedler, Craig Corbett, Simon Burling Claridge and Luke Hunter. All currently down pit lane, getting some fresh tyres. And that will mean the entire field now has stopped, I believe. Surely not with Westbury sitting amongst the front of the field. No doubt he'll get shuffled back as we'll have 25 to go this time by under yellow. First caution of the night. And what a time to come out, boys. We are going to have one hell of a finish in line here tonight at Kansas.
All on you,
Easily,
reckon?
mate.
Yeah, I tell you what, Ben Doherty, mate, that bloke has had one hell of a race. And this yellow has played right into his hands, currently sitting P4 in the race. Up 21 positions, part of that beige brigade. Teammate Matt Pluck, they dominated the team's championship in early stages here at ENSCAR. Can they get it done again this season?
Crazy talk horse.
I'm going to call it now. If they do, they have to come back to defend that championship. It's Matt Pluck. He is going to start out at P1. Let's see the difference between 2 and 4 tyres. Because to me, that is the only way that Pluck has managed to get in front of these guys, is only taking 2 tyres.
Honestly,
I'll jump in his stream and see if I can get any chat out of it and see what the go is.
Yeah, you do that. You can see if you can get some inside goss.
I'll listen to it,
man. And honestly, Brad, if I had to guess from the many races I've seen here at Kansas, he's going to get gobbled up on this restart if he's taken 2 tyres. Because everyone behind him's got 4, he's going to be a little bit slower to get away. And then he'll just get completely whitewashed on the outside.
Tell you what, our second biggest mover so far in the race, Jamie Yarnmud up 10 spots to P14. And look at the rest of the field, they're all single file. That is an absolute nightmare of a restart. But Matt Clark, he has...
Here they come, here they come. Yeah, they're coming right to the back of Clark now. Hederscheid and McClone. Clark ran away with the start. He did a Denny Hamlin start there, I reckon.
Hederscheid at the fence.
Hederscheid. That was risky from Hederscheid. He's now going to lose places to almost... Oh, he almost lost one to Doherty. And,
McClone, we're going to see another yellow, are we? How did we stay green? Hederscheid, McClone slowing. Willie McClone still slowing. Where's the yellow? We're going to stay green. How? 23 to go. Matt Clark out in front. Look at Ben Doherty all over the back of Harding.
And Luke Dilworth, the caution causer, he's up to 4th.
How to spice up? Oh, there's Liam Moyer. We are still green. Get out of here. Surely yellow. Yellow. Boy, oh boy, what a race. What a moment. How to liven up a race. Just bring up a yellow. And Matt Clark, 22 to go, sits out front from Harding. Doherty in 3rd. Hederscheid. What has happened to Hederscheid? He's dropped all the way back to 9th. And I tell you what, this has livened up a race. We'll go back. We saw what happened to Liam Wire, but we'll have another look at it here. Corey Crossan. Liam Wire, he done it himself. He's got a bit out of shape.
Too much throttle on exit, turn 4. Car couldn't handle it.
Who was that? That must have been Wayne Van Biljon. Just gets on the inside of him, just avoiding contact. I tell you what, folks, I'm going to call it now. Don't go anywhere. We could be in for an absolute ripper finish here at Kansas.
Does it surprise you though, Brad, with the 3 years of great finishes?
Not one bit. I love an ENSCAR finish, I tell you.
And double that. We're at Kansas, mate. So that's double the trouble.
It definitely gets exciting. If you've just tuned in, you have tuned in at the perfect time. 20 laps to go this time by at Kansas under safety car. You see the skid marks across that infield there. Liam Wire got out of shape, brought up a yellow. Looks like no cars this time willing to come down pit lane. Maybe Yarnmud and Gregory. So I am proven wrong. Couple of cars taking an opportunity, get some fresh tyres. Go racing with 20 to go, throw everything at it. Those drivers, of course, part of that plate championship. Tell ya, this is what we live for. How big's the plate,
you reckon?
Oh, surely big enough to eat your dinner off.
Well, what are we having for dinner?
I don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to be having
stew, mate.
I think we're having Wendy's tonight. We'll have to see the outcome of that.
You got a hot sister?
Eh?
She got a hot sister?
Who, Wendy?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. She looks all sorts out of shape on the cups, but...
Oh, Wendy would have the mayo in her mutt dripping out for sure.
Well good. Well good. I tell you what, Ben Doherty...
You ever wonder where they get the barbecue sauce for the burgers from?
A bit of tang to it, mate. I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, okay, guys. 19 to go this time by. We're going to get back into 2-wide formation. Who have you got? Who have you got to win this race?
I'm going to put my money on Matt Clark.
Yeah, I'm going Bryce Harding.
I'm going to go Ben Doherty.
All right, we're going 1, 2, 3 here, boys. If we're all proven wrong, we're going to blame Julian Westbury.
Tell you what, Hederscheid. Oh, there we go, big pop. Liam Wire is a scam. Yeah, bringing out that.
I could have told you that years ago, horse.
Bringing out that yellow there. At a big moment. Tell you what, if you are tuning in, give us a shout in the chat. It's always good to have someone to talk to. Who have you got to take this win as we approach the closing stages? Your first race of the round of 10. You're busy. Yeah, mate. I tell you what, Jamie, you're having a fucking good race, mate. Up 9 spots at the moment.
Oh, now you've just cursed the poor cunt, you fucking drunk.
Hey, well, he came into the chat. He came into the chat.
Yeah, but he didn't ask you to curse him like that.
Yeah, that's a bit rough, eh, Willie? A bit rough for you
It's
tonight, mate.
unacceptable.
You guys were going good there mid-stage. Battling it out together. But we're going to see how this restart goes. Matt Clark is going to restart us out of 1. Harding out of 2. Dilworth is going to be out of 4. Ben Doherty on his inside. It's the Beige Brigade on the inside. What is the actual name of your team? Willie, can you get it in the chat, mate?
I told you.
Unacceptable.
Chinese chodes.
The Chinese chodes on the outside out of 2 and 4. It's Harding and Dilworth, and well, to be fair, Luke Dilworth, he's been the hard luck story of the season. Of course, elected to go on that holiday that cost him in the round of 15, not being able to catch any points at all, ultimately eliminating him. But we get to the round of 10 and he is right up the front. And what possibly could have been contending for a championship. So we look to go back racing here. What sort of restart can Matt Pluck get? Can we go green to the end? Pluck, a brilliant start. Ben Doherty on his inside. Surely they were talking to each other. Harding looks to come down. Chop that bottom line off. Does so. He's going to look to get up the inside end. Change for the lead. Bryce Harding into the lead.
Just. Here comes Pluck on the outside. Doherty, he should be lined up with his teammate here.
You got to say those 2 tyres. If he only took 2, it's got to be the only reason he jumped that many positions at the stop. Oh, Harding! Slide there, out of shape. 3 gammers.
Doherty
Nearly took Pluck out.
Oh, I tell you, look at the fighter behind now. Paul Stewart coming forward. Dan Ederscheid. Do not ride him
another
off.
yellow soon.
He's
Corey
up to
Crossing.
5th. Corey
We're getting another yellow.
Crossing too. You're calling it, Kempy, another. Look at Ederscheid on a mission. Now up to 4th. Don't count him out with 16 to go. He's going to be right there at the end. Oh, it's a yellow. Stewart.
Doherty.
Stuart Doherty caught up in it. Championship contenders fall by the wayside. Paul Stewart and Doherty. They were both amongst the fight.
Doherty had fallen back, and that's just what got him involved in that.
It's that Pete Romitz, massive damage on board that car, that Chevy. It is not going anywhere, so he will finish the race in the pit lane. Meantime, Pluck with 15 to go. And I tell you what, if he's only done 2 tyres, he will be loving every lap under yellow at the moment. Luke Dilworth, Bryce Harding, Dan Ederscheid, and I'm going to change now, boys. There's no way anyone's stopping Dan Ederscheid tonight.
Oh, if
Fair
we get
enough.
another fucking yellow like that, then they're stopping him.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But Ederscheid, mate, on that restart, he started P9, and he is already up to 4th.
What's the end?
What's he in, or what's he on?
Is it a Camaro?
Yeah, it's in a Chevy, mate.
Oh, I was gonna say if he was in a fucking Mustang, I'd have to ask the officials to check for dodgy valves.
Yeah, I tell you what, we are in for a classic finish here at Kansas.
Oh, I tell you, and the proof was in the pudding the other week, even horse.
What's that?
Cheat ski. Fucking dirty cheating rats, eh? Finally.
Oh, classic. And then he comes out and wins at Barber, though. Scott McLaughlin, a great drive at Barber, to be fair.
Fuck, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it, that's because he won, eh?
It was on a Monday morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm busy on a Monday morning.
Yeah, oh, what's that, at work?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair call. Fair call. Because you looking at going over to the Superbikes, or the MotoGP, Kempy?
MotoGP.
How good will that be, mate?
Oh, that'd be epic, wouldn't it?
Are you taking Bentley, or just going over yourself?
Yeah.
Or...
And the old man.
And the old man, how good.
Yeah. Winner,
Big fan of the MotoGP. Where's that, at Phillip Island? Or...
Phillip Island, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
That's always a cracker race, mate.
Tickets aren't on sale yet, but I'm in the mailing list to fucking get some, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a hoon.
Yeah, should be as we get back to the race. I tell you, Matt Clark, he is going to be leading them out again. Dilworth on his outside. Of course, Luke Dilworth not amongst the championship chase anymore, was eliminated last week at the end of the round of 15. But he has plenty of teammates around him. He can try and help get home. It's Corey Crossan, he is there. Bryce Harding as well.
What's he crossing?
William McClune, heartbreak for him, one of the championship contenders. Currently sits P25 and I believe down... Well, he's gone, in fact, he's sitting in the chat. He's had enough, parked it in the garage. Parked it up for the night. Liam Wyatt rejoined back in P11 at the moment. This man behind him, Jamie Yarnmart, now becomes your biggest mover, along with Luke Dilworth, up 12 positions in the race. In fact, your highest placed THD Sim Sports driver. For some of these guys to be turning up this Sunday night at VRA for the Xfinity Series race. Tell you what, another man who's made some gains late in this race, Wayne Van Biljon. You see him on your screen now, up 7 positions. Currently sits P10.
He'll be a bit happy with that.
Look at all those yellow banners there, all the contenders. Currently, Wayne Van Biljon sits 6th out of that championship drivers. He needs a big race tonight because everyone in front of him are all in front of him on points. So, fair bit of work to do yet. So we look to go back racing. 11 to go this time by. I'll
It's
tell
going to
you
be
what.
a cracker finish.
Look at all those fully floored drivers on that outside line there. Hederscheid, Brody Scott and Simon Hederscheid all on the line. Sort of jump can Pluck get here. Brilliant restart. Doherty, he's dropped all the way back to P19. It's a massive task ahead of him. Keep your eyes on Dan Hederscheid. What can he do here? Looks to go around the outside of Bryce Harding. Move up to 3rd in the race. Corey Crossan fires it down the bottom. 3 wide at the moment. Hederscheid up on the high line. Looking to come around the outside of Luke Dilworth. Mounts up. Oh, bit of contact between Harding and Hederscheid.
Look at this, look at this. He's pushing it down the inside there. That almost went right up into Dilworth.
Now good elbows out now, Luke Dilworth.
Oh,
Hederscheid.
got this.
Matt Pluck leads it out. But Hederscheid at the moment. Oh, Corey Crossan, bit of a moment, gets into the fence. They're 3 wide further back as well. Yarnmart up into 11th. Oh, we're on for a cracker, I tell you, Hederscheid. These guys are going to be wanting to try and lock themselves in, but they won't want to crash at this late stage of the race. And well, it took Matt Pluck all the way to the first round of the top 15 to get a win. And well, first round of the 10, can he get himself locked in with 8 to go? Luke Dilworth in second, Hendershine trying to mount a challenge. Bryce Harding's there, Corey Crossan as well. Brody Scott. It is on. We need to have a drink to get the voice box going again.
This is going to be pretty interesting to see this finish.
Oh, they're going at it now. Hendershine up into second, slide job.
Slide job.
Gets it done. Moves up into second.
Here comes Crossan to the back of Dilworth. Nice to the inside. Ends it.
How good is a slide job in ENSCAR? You gotta love it.
Come back up.
Hendershine now, eyes forward on Matt Pluck. Oh, almost contact between Harding and Crossan. Teammates not giving an inch. Harding now moves up into P5. P4 make that.
Dilworth needs to drop behind both Crossan and Harding here. This should be a bit of teammate play. He's in the playoffs as Harding and Crossan. Dilworth is not.
Yeah, Harding.
Every point counts.
These guys going at it. Luke Dilworth, he wants to show why he should have been here. Currently sits P3, but Hendershine closing that gap to race leader. We're going to
have a last lap battle here.
Yeah, we're going to be 4 to go this time by. Currently on the back straight. Luke Dilworth.
Not over till it's over.
And Yardman now up into the top 10. This man here on your screen up 14 positions, your biggest mover tonight. Sets his sights on Liam Meyer. And Wayne Van Biljon, he's having a ripper race.
The lead at the front, battle at the front's about to get good.
We go back to it.
Here we go.
Hendershine right on the tail. 4 to go. It's going to be 3 this time by Hendershine. He's going to make it look easy. But Pluck just holds him out.
Almost got turned.
We are on for a classic. 3 to go. Luke Dilworth now closing in on race leaders.
This is going to be a screamer of a finish.
You gotta love it. You have to love it. ENSCAR at its best. We've seen some ripper finishes. We are set for another one tonight. Matt Pluck currently holds the race lead. Dilworth throwing it down the bottom. Hendershine into the fence. 2 to go here in Kansas.
Oh.
Pluck leads it out from Hendershine.
Here comes the finish.
Look at this guy, Brody Scott, way out of it. Currently sits P4. And Hendershine moves into the race lead. Dilworth says, hey, I'm going to take this chance away from you. Hendershine, white flag in the air. We are racing to the finish here in Kansas. Luke Dilworth gets it done on Pluck. Matt Pluck, that late decision to take 2. Costing him here in the end. He's going to fight him. Oh, contact. This is where the race is. 3 wide. Brody Scott into Dilworth. Matt Pluck running the high line. Contact. Oh, no, there's contact.
That is fucking scam, that is.
Chase contender, Pluck drops down. All the way down to P14. That is going to hurt. Hendershine gets it done. Locks himself into the round of 5 next to teammate Brody Scott, who comes home second. Jamie Yarnmart, your biggest mover of the night, comes home 9th in P15. And he will be fizzing about that result, the 72. What a finish. Hendershine locks himself in, and there is going to be plenty to say about the finish of that race. Matt Clark, in the end, drops all the way from P3 down to P14 as Hedershine lights it up, celebrates. He has locked himself in to the round of 5. Oh, well, what a finish, boys. Late drama, Matt Clark, that cost him big time, drops down to 14th. But the top 3 will finish Hedershine from Brody Scott. And then Bryce Harding will come home in 3rd, Corey Crossan in 4th. Luke Yeager, I tell you what, boys. Luke Yeager has come from nowhere to come home in P5. And Jamie, ninth, Jamie, what a race, mate. You are the biggest mover up to P9, up 15 spots. So massive finish for you. That plate championship, I tell you, that is going to be wide open with a couple of games.
Well, I've got to head out. That was a great race from everyone tonight, and we'll be back next week for what's it called, Darlington. I'll see you guys then.
Yeah, right, G.
And I've got interviews to conduct, and I'll let you guys do that.
Yeah, right. We will bring in Mr. Harding. Tell you what, cracker finish. Bryce, P3 tonight, mate, defending champion, throwing everything at it in the final stages of that race. And, of course, we know if you can't get it done, it's going to come down to points, and that is definitely going to help your cause tonight.
Yeah, I definitely backed it off it a bit there towards the end. I was giving it everything off that last restart, but everyone knew the top line was dominant, so I tried to get it underneath everyone and try and make something work down there, but I just couldn't. So I cooked my right front tyre, got it a bit hot there, and then I ended up just backing out. And then I was fortunate enough, everyone kind of came together in front of me, and I managed to get through without that. So managed to pick up the spots I was trying to get anyway, just by being patient. So yeah, I suppose that worked out. 4 points in the bank.
Disappointed in you, to be honest, Bryce.
Why is that?
I'm used to seeing you send people off the end full noise. There's a bit of lack of that going on.
No, so far this season it's either me getting crashed or I'm finishing up there. So I mean, I've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, too right. You've
never won a race though.
Yeah, you've had a hell of a season, to be fair. Of course, defending champion. It seems like most rounds you've been pretty unfortunate getting amongst the carnage. But tonight, mate, P3. I guess we get to the closing ends of the season. It's where you want to be, really. And next week, Darlington, mate, one chance left to try and get into that top 5 or automatically lock yourself in anyway. Are you looking forward to that, or not a favourite track? Or
I am. Last season we had a real big long green flag run to finish there, and I was the fastest car in the dying stages, but I left my run far too late. It was really good. It was a really fun race. Heaps of tyre wear there, so that'll be fun. I think I've done best for my chances by getting a 3rd tonight. I'm a bit down on playoff points compared to the others because I haven't won a race. And I didn't finish up there in the regular season, so I was a bit behind going into tonight. So I've done a little bit to hopefully break even with some of the guys. I saw a couple of them there had bad runs tonight, Willie and Ben. So yeah, they've got a lot of work next week.
Yeah, definitely.
They've pretty much got to win, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, you mentioned that Willie McClune and the likes of Ben Doherty and Matt Pluck too towards the end of that race. He was sitting around P2, it ended up finishing P14, so that cost him a big time at the end of that race. But, mate, great finish tonight. You want to give a quick shout out to your sponsors before we let you go?
Yeah, just want to thank all of the Sigma guys. We did bugger all practice for this compared to usual, but always good. It's always good fun having practice with the officials and stuff that we do, and to Vulcan for all the cars. I just also want to add that on the last 2 times in this season that it has been a have to win for Willie, he's done it. So next week's a must win for him as well. So hope to see him up there.
Too right. So that's one to keep an eye on next week. Well, cheers, Bryce, for coming in for a chat, mate. Congrats on the 3rd place tonight, and we look forward to Darlington next week.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, cheers. There you go, your thoughts from your third place finisher tonight. And well, I tell you what, we really get a chance to chat to this guy, but tonight he hasn't done too many meetings, but comes home second. Brody, mate, what a race, what a finish.
Mate, tell me about it. Like you said, with work I haven't been able to do all the rounds, but geez, that was tough, and I had to do a couple of 3 wides to get through to where I was, but that was cool, very cool.
Yeah, of course, everything sort of unfolded in front of you, and you held your nerves. Coming home up 11 spots from the starting position to P2, and a very solid performance, and obviously following team captain Dan Hedderscheid home there for a 1-2 finish. You're going to be bloody wrapped with that.
Real rap, mate. Especially finishing, 1-2 with Dan. Dan helps us along the race. He always giving us hinters and just trying to keep us alive. But yeah, no, it was bloody cool. It was, that's probably one of my best finishes I've had all seasons I've been doing in the series. So yeah, really wrapped.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I tell you what, it's a pleasure to have you here in the comms box, Brody.
Yes, boys.
One of the main stalwarts here at ENSCAR, been around since the start. So good to have you in here for a chat. Congrats on the second place tonight. Obviously, not part of that plate or championship chase, but still turning up and getting the teammates home. So we'll give you an opportunity before we let you go to thank your teammates and your sponsors, of course.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you, guys. Yeah, fully Serve United, the boys there, Simon, Josh, Daniel, Auto Serve, fully floored. You guys, Wayne, everyone, it's just an awesome series, and I wish I could do more rounds, but obviously work commitments you've got to put first. But yeah, love it. It's been awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers, Brody, for coming in for a chat. Congrats on the second tonight, and hopefully you can join us next week at Darlington.
100% should be able to. So yeah, thank you, boys.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers. There you go. Thoughts from second place finisher Brody Scott. We will now get your race winner in. You could not count him out even towards the end of the finish when he dropped all the way back to ninth on one of the closing restarts. Manages to get it done. First place, locks himself in to that top 5. Dan, well, what a race, mate.
I mean, I'd given up when I was sitting ninth. What do they say? Never give up. Yeah, that was a race and a half there. It was looking like it was going to be a nice cruise to victory for me until that yellow came out, and we got pretty chaotic after that.
Yeah, certainly did. And to be fair, dominated most of that race. Of course, we got a late yellow, which saw Matt Pluck manage to jump you in pit lane. I'm only going to assume that was because Matt only took 2 tyres and in the end managed to get in front of you, but managed to drop a bit back to ninth. I didn't quite catch what happened there, but managed to fight your way back into the lead, and mate, you can relax when we go to Darlington.
Yeah, it's a bonus. Yeah, I had a bit of an awkward moment with Willie there. I think that's probably what ended up ruining his race. We made a bit of contact, and I think he went into the wall, and then after that, another yellow came out, so I'm guessing he had a bit of damage from that. So, yeah, and Pluck jumped me. He was doing his 2-tyre strategy that he always does. I thought maybe a couple more might try it. I was actually thinking Bryce or one of them was going to try and block me back, because I knew if I could start from pole, I could probably take off again. I had a really fast race car tonight, and it's a track I come here expecting to win. If I don't win, I come out pretty gutted, so... Yeah, made it hard for myself when we made that contact, and yeah, I think just that restart starting behind Plucky was a little bit slow off the line, which let Willie get in front of me, and it was, yeah, sort of a shit fight from there, but made it work, and somehow in the last couple of restarts made my way forward and got it done.
Yeah, well, we've mentioned it plenty of times throughout the season that we're yet to see a 2-time winner, but I tell you what, tonight you've put one step forward, definitely locking yourself into that top 5, and of course that big race at Charlotte only 2 weeks away now, but we've got Darlington next week to get through first. But to be fair, it doesn't really matter what happens to you there, Dan. You are locked into that top 5 race, and mate, you got to be stoked.
Yeah, I can at least go to Darlington and enjoy myself, not be constantly worrying about too many stripes on the side of the car. So that will be good. I'll be able to throw it in there and probably just try and stay out of trouble and not get myself too much penalty points. I'd hate to have a rear of the grid for the last race of the season. So
Yeah,
see what happens. Go there and have a good fight. I love racing at Darlington. I never used to like it, but I quite enjoy it now. But I know there'll be a couple of people that are very quick around there. So probably going to have to start doing a few laps this week because it's a track you need to build into. You can't just show up and do your thing. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Should be fun.
Yeah, too right. Well, while we got you here, Dan, quick shout out to your sponsors and everyone who got you here.
Yeah, first of all, Brody, awesome result, finally getting on the podium for this year. It's been a hard season for him. It's good to see him finally pay off with his speed. He's been pretty quick on quite a few rounds, but been unlucky. So we obviously had some fast cars, and Dad was looking pretty good, but unfortunately got a bit of damage going into that last yellow. So when he took off, because I think we were 3 in a line on the outside on that last restart. So, but he took off and he had too much damage to do anything with us. But that's all right. And fully floored. We'll fully serve United and auto serve, and yeah, you guys for the broadcast all season. It's wicked, and yeah, Wayne and the boys chucking on a wicked league. The racing's been good.
Yeah, too right. And I'll tell you what, it's good to be back calling these races. We look forward to the epic finishes. We got one of them tonight, and mate, congrats on the win, and all the best for Darlington next week. It doesn't matter too much, but we will see you there, and of course that big race at Charlotte in a couple of weeks to decide the champion and maybe our first ever 2-time winner here at ENSCAR. We will soon find out. But Dan, cheers for joining us in the comms box tonight. Congrats on the win, mate, and we'll see you at Darlington next week.
Sweet, cheers, guys.
All right, that is all we have here from Kansas tonight. Cheers, everyone, for tuning in. Kempy, cheers for joining me in the comms box, and Josh, he's already knocked off for the night, but what a race. Yeah, what a race. What a race it was here at Kansas. There is a reason I haven't changed names down the bottom too. It's because as soon as I do it, this is going to happen. Black screen. But yeah, cheers.
for you folks.
No, it's because the server's actually closed, so SDK calls it quits from there. But cheers, everyone, for tuning in. Of course, this first race of the round of 10. Next week, we head to Darlington for round 2, and the final round of the round of 10. Who will get their chance to lock in to that round of 5? Make sure you tune in. Don't forget, Virtual Racing Aotearoa Xfinity Series starts this Sunday night. Tune in for that one. Due to be an absolute ripper of a race. Already 57 entries taken. And there will be pre-qualifying, so only 40 will start that race. So it's sure to be a ripper night. Cheers, everyone, again for tuning in. And we will see you all Sunday night for the next one.